Hey everybody on YouTube. Today I thought I'd take out another moment to do another vintage video repair or update. I've been working on this VTC-7100. It's a Sanyo V-Cord 1. One of the most incredible, rare, hardest VCRs you could ever work on. I just want to point out today I've been waiting on some parts, but during that process, I have to actually rebuild the record playback board as well as the actual systems board, which is on the back of the unit. Well, the difference between this is the record playback board is very unusual. A lot of the parts are no longer available. Quite difficult, actually. I did get several things in this week. Basically, I got what's called the NAND gate IC chips, which are these black jobbers that's on here basically for the switching. These things never had a proper switching during playback because I discovered one of the main reasons because of this, and it's because a lot of the resistors were not the correct resistors that were supposed to be in the circuit. Basically, I'm going to tell you about what I did on this RP board. Basically, I replaced the switching ICs, and we have a few basic TV amplifier chips or can replacements. They're actual cans, transistors. Those were really hard to find. I've actually replaced those, and as you can see, all the transistors as well, which were common transistors, which I had most of all those. This is an actual brand new board. I am not kidding you. I've completely rebuilt this board completely. I'm still waiting on a couple of the actual coils coming from Paris, France, but made a lot of headway on this record playback board. I'm almost done, and we'll be able to troubleshoot and see if we can actually get some good playback out of this. One of the big issues I want to discuss right now is the actual resistors on the VTC-7100. Boy, no wonder why this machine was having such a hard time actually ever working. The resistors, the resistant formulas for the circuit itself were incorrect. A lot of the resistors on here are out of tolerance to start off with. They use these cheap resistors, but on top of it, they're the wrong values in several spots. So just want to point out this to people who may have this machine. If you have a VTC-7100 black and white V-Cord 1, I've had several people on YouTube contact me, at least 5, that have this unit, absolutely cannot get it to work. Yeah, if it's not rebuilt, you're not going to be able to get this unit to play or even get it to take video in. It was a very crappy design. It's a very rare machine. But as I've been working on this, accumulating parts, I've been finding a lot of the mistakes that were made and, basically figuring out why the machine would fail and not work. It's a very hard, difficult machine to work on. It's a very hard, difficult machine to find parts. Parts are no longer available for this, but I am working on this for a museum. They are going to be really happy when I actually get this thing in full trial and got it all put together, because it is a complete brand new machine. I mean, this thing is brand new from the bottom up. I mean, I replaced virtually everything in this machine and redesigned it because the design was absolutely incorrect. No wonder why the machine failed, but this is just an update. If you're replacing old resistors and old video equipment, check the circuit, make sure the resistor that they're using is correct. And that's what I do. It's just something I naturally do. But on top of it, you want to use good replacement resistors, ones that replace the old style, because the early style of the 70 resistors, they weren't all that great quality. Well, here's an example of resistors I'm using, and they are excellent replacements and good quality. You want to use good quality components. Again, if you're fixing the VTC-7100 V-Cord 1 by Sanyo, and you want me to do it, it would be extremely expensive. But if you can do it on your own, be prepared for a nightmare of trying to restore this machine. I am not kidding you. It's an absolute nightmare. There's so many problems, so many parts you cannot get, but I just want to let everybody know this is a follow-up. I am pretty close to getting this into trials for using actual video to play back on the unit itself. Once we get that, we'll pretty much have this machine pretty much wrapped up. If you have any questions, feel free to write me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.